because I don't like going to parties, because I'm 35 years old, like those parties don't get better. It's like, and so it just feels good when I cancel like an invitation to like a party. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't come to your fucking party. Oh, I was looking forward to seeing my accountant friends and talk about PwC all night. Oh, so much fun. Oh. And then they talk about stuff like, Phil, I'm thinking about buying property. Dude, I'm so far away from buying property and so close to becoming property. Yeah, it's nice to have a boy, because my father, he passed away, which means he's dead, in case you... And I had to wash him. It's an Islamic ritual, it's called the ghusl. It's the closest relative of the same gender is supposed to wash the body of the deceased. I'm so happy he didn't die by bomb. I was so happy that I just had like this one solid piece and it didn't have to pick up individual and just brush the blood off like dust on an ancient fossil. And I didn't know how to do this because I'm not a Muslim. I wasn't raised, because when I was 12 years old, my white German mother asked me, do you want to be a Christian like me or a Muslim like your father? And I said, Mom, it's 2 weeks after 9/11. It's not a good time to be a Muslim. I've accepted Jesus as my personal savior from Guantanamo Bay. I didn't like going to German churches because no one looked like me except for the little guy nailed to the cross. I didn't like it at all. I hated it. Actually, I hated it. There's something about Jesus that just robs you. Because what he has, like, he can do it all. He can, great speeches, son of God, magician, it's too much. He's like, Jesus is like the prophet equivalent of a restaurant that offers pizza, burger, and sushi. It's just too... It's too much. It's too much. So anyways, I had to wash my father, and you're not through with this, come on. So I had to wash him. What happened is I had to go to, it was like an autopsy room, and it was just me and the Islamic funeral director and my father's lifeless body, obviously. It would have been funny if I walked in and he was like, it's cheaper than a divorce. No, but he was actually dead, don't worry, he was dead. And the Islamic funeral director, I walked in and he started wiggling, because he'd been dead for a couple of days, in case you want to know. And he started wiggling my father's like stiff body, because he just was in a stiff position. He was like, and then this funeral director started to have a go at me. He's like, why did you bring him here so late? Look at him, he's so stiff. Why did you bring him? And I was like, I thought this was a dead father-son event. Why do you have to act out my mother? What are you gonna ask me next? Has he done his? No, he hasn't done his taxes. He never does his taxes. And the thing is, by that time I was okay with doing anything, because I had so many things. I had to run my father's textile company in Park. I didn't negotiate with Pakistani textile suppliers. Like, can we have a price reduction of 5%? No. Okay. And I had to console my father's mistresses. He always had mistresses. She called me, and I knew he had many. I knew 2 names, Hina and Fari. That's actually the real names, because I'm an asshole. No, but it's Hina and Fari. And a woman called me, and she just said, I was deeply in love with your father. First thing, I was deeply in love with your father. And I said, Hina, and she was like, who the fuck is Hina? It's like she was so upset. And there was another one. And my father died in Germany, and the first thing, this is true, the first thing she said, your father never wanted to die in Germany. And he said, if he died, he wanted me to be buried next to him. And I said, my mom happily buries you next to him. No, he does it right now, no problem. Like, I don't care. Life is very, very tough. You know how, but the toughest thing in life is, I've experienced being a terrorist suspect in Israel. I was in Israel, and it's very difficult for me to enter Israel because I have a Pakistani background. So I was at the Tel Aviv airport, and I was showing my passport, and the guy, he looked at me, and he looked at my passport, he saw my Pakistani name, but he saw that I was German, I had a German passport. So he wanted to get to the bottom of it, so he looked back at me, and he's like, what is your father's name? And I know what he wanted. He wanted like something really anti-Semitic, like Mohammed Abdul bin Laden Hitler. Something. And then I said, my father's name is Salim, which is not true because his name was Mohammed Abdul. And then he was like, he just knew something was up, so he looked at me like, where is your father born? And I said, Karachi, Pakistan. It's a small German province. But he saw straight through, and like I think he must have pressed like a button, because immediately like a female Israeli soldier just appeared next to me. And the first thing she said, like the first thing she asked me was, where's your return ticket? I had forgot to print out my return ticket. My phone was dead. Take yourself through that. I'm half German, half Pakistani in Israel without a return ticket. I might as well told her, if I complete my mission in Jerusalem, I have a one-way ticket to 72 virgins. So I started immediately to sweat profusely, like it was just boiling down. And I lounged from my hand, like I only had I had a luggage this big, which is like 1 week's worth of, it was about to implode into a black hole. That's how tight, so I opened it and clothes were just shooting out of my bag like blood, and a Tarantino was just the whole Tel Aviv airport was covered with my Batman underwear. And I was just looking for something, like I was looking for my return ticket or like just a charger or just dignity, anything. I was so, and then she was, why are you nervous? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know I should have done that. I should have printed. I didn't print it out. I don't have it. I know what you're thinking. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. I don't know where it is, and I don't like. But why are you nervous? I just said that because I forgot to. No, but why are you nervous? Because I'm always nervous. When I wake up in the morning, I'm nervous. I'm always. I don't know any time when I'm not. And I'm not particular. You're a beautiful woman, and this is too much. Like, but why are you nervous? Because I've always because my mother didn't love me, and I had a very codependent household, and everybody was staring at each other, and just like yeah. But why are you nervous? Because I'm a fucking terrorist, that's why. I got a bomb in my bag. What are you? I'm just jihad. What are you? I'm a terrorist. And then she was like, wait here. And it's like, and don't be so Jewish. Just so, and I just started crying immediately. And then she came back, and then no, she didn't come. Another guy came back, and he had my passport in his hand, and he said like, you're fine, fuck off. And then I did the most German thing I've ever done in my life. I said like, but the woman said I should wait here, shouldn't I? I want to wait for her. She reminds me of my mother.